hey, got a chance to see a movie with some friends, so I thought I'd ask them along to maybe review it on Rolling with Dice. I'd like to introduce you to my friends Matt and Andy. And these are great friends, met in college, and have made the connection and the commitment to kind of hang out together and do stuff together. But when we get together, we all like movies, so we usually go see something. And it's actually been a while since I've gone to the theater and seen something, probably since the summer, because there's been nothing really worth seeing in the theater as far as I'm concerned since then. Not that there's really much worth going to the theater to see now, but we chose Yes Man. The Jim Carrey comedy, and went and saw that, so we'd like to kind of give you our opinions on what we thought of that. I think it's safe to say we're Jim Carrey fans.
Sure. Absolutely.
I think he's a funny guy and have appreciated his humor in the past. And this movie is really kind of a return to his comedic roots. And you know, he's kind of gone through that process of doing the Oscar bait kind of movies, looking for you know, he did Truman Show was a big one, and then he did the Andy Kaufman movie Man on the Moon, where he was really looking for some Oscar buzz, and it just kind of never happened for him. And I think now he's kind of saying, you know what, I miss doing kind of the straight up comedy stuff, and I think my fans miss me doing it, so he's back to it. And long story short, it's fun. It's good. Yeah. It's we had a good time. We laughed. I think it helps that I did see it with friends, and that's why I'm glad I have them here to talk about it with, because it's kind of that movie, I think if I rented it and watched it alone, I'd just been like, oh yeah, it's Jim Carrey doing a comedy, and I laughed a few times. But watching it with them, it's great to laugh together and have fun at a comedy and that kind of thing. Jim Carrey's performance is classic Jim Carrey. More liar than Ace Ventura, I would say. Still over-the-top Jim Carrey, but not completely over-the-top Jim Carrey. Also of note is Zooey Deschanel, who I'm really starting to like as an actress. I think she has a very unique screen presence, very childish and very bubbly, but you know, kind of an understated childishness to her that is really, really good. So I enjoyed her performance as well. She was great. Performances all around. I don't know who the guy that was the boss, the Norm guy.
Norm. Phenomenal.
He was really funny. And he must be from New Zealand, because there was a New Zealand accent.
Really? That's New Zealand?
You're able to pick out New Zealand.
I can pick out a New Zealand accent.
Northern or Southern New Zealand?
No.
I mean, it's particular dialect within New Zealand?
No, that is a Kiwi accent. I can.
New Zealand?
Yes.
New Zealand.
I know, but for a couple of reasons. One, Peter Jackson, director of Lord of the Rings, is a Kiwi.
Right.
And two, there's a show on HBO called Flight of the Conchords that I don't watch, but they had some free episodes on iTunes for a while, so I watched like 3 or 4 of these episodes, and they're all from New Zealand. And it's a very distinct accent that I've fallen in love with, so that's how I know that's a New Zealand accent. But
so the British guy was very he was funny.
Who was faking a New Zealand accent.
So yeah, he was really good, but you know, it's not gonna win any Oscars. Jim Carrey is not trying to pick up a golden man with this one, but he is very funny and very, very good. What were some of your thoughts on Yes Man?
You know, there were a lot of laugh out loud moments in the movie, and the theater, I'm sure, appreciated our contribution.
It would have been nice if we'd laughed at the same time as everybody else in the theater, but we have our own little sensibilities.
Absolutely, that we all picked up on. But physical comedy. Jim Carrey's always been tremendously committed to that. He always delivers it well. And what I loved about this was, back to kind of the liar perspective, wasn't craziness, but some great moments of physical comedy that caused me just absolutely laugh.
And when you do physical comedy well, it looks effortless almost. You don't. It's so funny, you don't realize how precise it is. What precision. He had 2 amazing falls in this movie. One was very spastic and all over the place, and the other one was a controlled drop. But both of them were just, you know, as somebody who has enjoyed like Dick Van Dyke and, you know, other physical comedians, it was impressive to me. Andy, did you have any thoughts?
I love the fact that the Zoe girl was like 22 years old, Jim Carrey like 63. I love that, because that just added to the romance. It was like, these two are going to make it. They are.
After all, yeah, Jim Carrey definitely is showing signs of age, and I didn't buy that either. I mean, I think he was supposed to be in his mid-20s. I mean, all his friends were, and she was young, but he...
I thought maybe he was Benjamin Buttons, and he was just on his way. But I got
that review is later on.
That's later?
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
That's good.
No,
maybe once we've seen that movie, but maybe not.
But was it good? Did you like it? I mean, did you have a good
Benjamin
time?
Buttons?
No. Yes, man.
Yes, man. Yeah, hilarious. So
Okay.
much fun. All kinds of laughter.
Yeah.
Couple offensive parts, you know, a couple things,
Yeah.
scenes you could do without. One in particular that you just go, ugh, you know.
Yeah, there was definitely one scene that was like pulling for that gross out comedy
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
and it was just like squirm in your seat, glad my grandma's not here kind of scene, you know.
Absolutely.
Or my kids or whatever. But
Wish I wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
at that
Just
moment.
for that moment.
Yeah, if I
and then
could
you
have
get right
escaped
back
with
into it. 30 seconds later,
Right.
you've gone on. But
Yeah,
Back to the rest
and
of the
the language was a little harsh for PG-13, just to
Pushed
be aware.
everyone.
Now, see, foreign language does not bother me at all, so I don't understand
Is
what
it
you're
foreign? I
concerned
said
with.
harsh.
Harsh foreign language doesn't bother me at all. I don't know what the
And there
issue
was some
is.
of that too. But yeah, there was tons of fun in this movie. All kinds of from the comedy that everybody's supposed to get, the physical comedy to the little quirky things, and just lots of humor, lots of good laughing.
Yeah, but the question you got to ask is, I mean, did you get the message? Did you get the message?
Get
So
the point of the movie.
right. I mean, there's always a point. You know, even if it's somewhat on the surface, not necessarily deep. So let's
What do you think the message was?
well, let's test it a little bit.
What do you think the message was?
What do I think the message
Yes.
is? Well, let me test the message a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Aaron, would you like some coffee?
If you don't know, I am not a coffee drinker. I'm assuming that I'm supposed to say yes because you think that's the message.
It's a simple title. It's a simple message.
All right. Well, okay. Matt, would you like to take your shirt off?
I would love to. I'm not going to,
Yes.
but I would love to. Yes.
The rating on this
Right.
interview
Question is,
has
would
just
you like
changed.
for me to take my shirt off?
I am not drinking coffee, and Matt will stay shirted, and I think we can just accept that the message eventually of this movie, I think, is say yes to the things that are important to say yes to. Be open to things that might lead to expanding your horizons and having fun, but to blindly say yes to everything, like drinking coffee, ridiculous. Who does that? Is certainly not called for. So thanks, appreciate you guys hanging out and doing the movie review thing with me, and wish we could do it more often.
Absolutely.
But we live in different states, so we don't get a chance to do that often. But thanks for hearing us out. And if you want to go see a funny comedy with friends, this is a good one to go to. And if you're a fan of Jim Carrey, he won't let you down in this. He's really funny and old.